pursuit of happiness. I'm going to take the last part, the pursuit of happiness. I spent a lot of years thinking about happiness, not the feeling. We all know the feeling. But what happiness actually is. L. Ron Hubbard, in his book Science or Survival, gave me a definition I've never been able to improve on. Happiness is the overcoming of not unknowable obstacles toward a known goal. Not the absence of obstacles, not smooth sailing, the overcoming of obstacles. The founders of our country gave us a roadmap of sorts. They told us that we have been endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right there in the Declaration of Independence. Not happiness itself, but the pursuit of happiness. I have been overcoming obstacles toward known goals for 77 years. The goals kept changing, so did the obstacles. The choices I was free to make weren't always great. That, as it turns out, is the whole story. Like most people, I've been pursuing happiness since the day I was born. But in the beginning, the goals were simpler. Beating Kenny Davis in a foot race. Winning the wiffle ball home run derby in Peter Bronstein's backyard. Riding on my brother's handlebars without falling off. Which was more complicated than it sounds because he made a habit of intentionally riding up and down the curbs. The obstacles were real, and the victories were always sweet. Then, eventually, the goals and the obstacles became bigger. When I turned 13, I was bar mitzvahed. For those unfamiliar with the tradition, this is the ceremony in which a Jewish boy is declared a man. Quite a goal for a young man. You read from the Torah, you give a little speech, everyone cries. There's a party, you collect a lot of envelopes full of cash. And you go home feeling for the first time in your life like someone of consequence. Goal accomplished. A few months later, my father died. So much for manhood. The goal suddenly was footing, solid ground, finding someone to love me the way he did. The obstacle was the grief I didn't have the tools for, and wouldn't for a long time. This was no wiffle ball home run derby. I have been trying to overcome that one ever since. When I was 16, the goal had a very specific face. Several faces, actually. All of them girls. The obstacles were mutual. They weren't always sure they wanted to be caught, and I wasn't always sure I was ready to catch them. So the pursuit continued. At 17, one of them did agree to be caught. And then, in a blink of eye, I was 20, married, working full-time, going to college at night, and I had achieved the goal. And I immediately discovered it wasn't the right goal for me. So I went looking for a new one. What I found was drugs, which seemed at first like genuine freedom from responsibilities, from routine, from the relentless grind of being a grown-up at 20. Fun, lightness, a kind of blissful untethering from the material world. The problem with blissful untethering, as it turns out, is that you're really not untethered. You're still attached to the rope. What began as a goal became the obstacle to other goals. What felt like freedom was in fact a very comfortable cage. It took me the better part of 5 years to find the door. I was, you might say, a man of creative problem solving. Ultimately, that marriage ended. And then, by complete accident, I walked into a theater. My girlfriend at the time, yes, I was back in that pursuit, had an audition for a play in Washington, D.C. I tagged along. I wasn't an actor. The director looked at me and asked me to read. He cast me and not her, which did wonders for that relationship. I wasn't very good in that play, which was also a stinker. But something happened on that stage I did not expect and I couldn't explain. For the first time in my life, I had a huge goal, the pursuit of which I was sure would bring me happiness. I quickly moved back to New York to study at the famous HB Studios. Then a couple of years later to Los Angeles, where I was certain the weather alone would bring me happiness. I found a great acting class taught by the actor Robert F. Lyons, who introduced me to Celebrity Center, where many new goals were added. Then I met another woman, married quickly, had a child. And the moment I held that baby, the goal shifted completely. My daughter's happiness was now tangled up with mine. The acting receded, a more practical life advanced. That marriage too became an obstacle and ultimately ended. I retreated back to New York to lick my wounds and work with the improvisational theater company. Then back to Los Angeles because my daughter was there. And some things matter more than ambition. I kept acting, met another woman. We married, had a daughter, and between us raised two remarkable human beings. We have two grandchildren who have done something to my understanding of happiness I cannot fully articulate, except to say they don't know yet that I'm supposed to be dignified. Somewhere along the way, I stepped back from acting to build a business. I told myself I'd get back to the theater. 25 years later, I didn't. And here is what I can report at 77. Acting still makes me happy. However, the obstacles still drive me crazy. Self-taping auditions for which you receive no feedback. Learning lines, which has gotten harder over the years. The waiting. And now I understand that this is not a contradiction. This is the definition. The obstacles are still there. I'm still overcoming them, which means I'm still in the game. So, 77. Time to rest on my laurels, sit in my Barcalounger and give it a rest, right? Not a chance. I run my own business. I still perform. I go to the gym, which my younger self would find both admirable and baffling. The goals are less grand. For example, in the evenings, my goal is always to stay home and just hang with my wife. Well, that's not exactly the Barcalounger. But as compromises go, I'll take it. I spend time with my children, with my grandchildren. See old friends in new plays, new friends in old plays. And sometimes in an ordinary moment, I feel it. Clear and unmistakable. Not the pursuit, the arrival. Jefferson promised we could chase it. Mr. Hubbard told us what it actually actually was. And somewhere between the two, I have lived it fully. My father died when I was 13, and I've been in motion ever since. I think he'd find that funny. I think he'd be happy.